Alright. Give thanks everybody just for
Bring the mic.
give thanks everybody for just, the reason is just being here. It's an honor. Black Lives Matter as an organization. I think a lot of things that happen on a scale of vocabulary, we sometimes take for granted how much words sound power. Organization itself means that there has to be a collaborative effort between black people as a whole. In Black Lives Matter as an organization, you still have a hierarchy of people basically treating one person better than another. So when we talk about Black Lives Matter as an organization, when we talk about black people as a whole, I think in efforts for us to have organization, it takes a collaborative effort. And efforts first, of course, of education, of knowing what it means to be black, which we answered, which was the question before. But also, it takes an understanding of, okay, how do we get organized as a black people, as what the Europeans call a race? How do we organize ourselves in a way that we have a voice stronger than just Black Lives Matter? Because the only answer to Black Lives Matter is I agree. That's the only answer. So when we say this, it's really just about how do we organize. We've been fighting, we've been walking, we've been shot down, we get back up, we have Black Wall Street, we have all these different agendas in place in different organizations, but still can't find a solid foundation. Now, whether the foundation is getting us a piece of land, whether the foundation is creating group economics so that we can build generational wealth, family wealth, whether the situation is, okay, let's just create mental health awareness because we know our people struggle from that. Let's create different means, but ultimately, I think, what is it as an individual? What does it mean to be black? What is your passion? What is your purpose? And then how do you take that and give it back to your community? Because the Chinese do it to their community, the Indians do it to their community, the white people are just dominating supposedly the whole world. So, we really just need to honestly realize where we come from and then realize where we can go, because we don't know where we can go if we don't know where we come from. So it's just as simple as that. Black Lives Matter the answer is yes, I agree, but truthfully, we need more work as individuals so that we can come together as an organization, as a community, as a collective. I would not be here if it wasn't for my mother. As we know, this is the feminist empowerment movement. I would not be here if it wasn't for my queen sitting right next to me, and also my brothers who hold me strong. So, just giving thanks for, everybody taking the time to listen. Hopefully we can build from here, whatever that may mean.
Hi everyone. So I don't know how I feel about this, I think it's a conflicting one. I think when it comes to the whole organization of Black Lives Matter, which everyone's been speaking about recently, they've kind of been in the press about what are they actually doing, where is all this money going that they receive in donations, and someone giving money here, is it going back to the community, is it going back to the people, where is it being invested? And I don't think they're very transparent about that, and I think that's where the difficulty, what kind of doubt comes in for people. As well, a lot of the heads of the organization, it's a bit iffy as well, so everyone's like, okay, so if the heads of the organization aren't necessarily that, the person who started, who is really behind the scenes and actually turning this mill? Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, the chairman are white. So I think when we think about that, that's one of the reasons I think where people are really skeptical about the movement and their intentions. I think when I look at Black Lives Matter, as Marlon just so rightly said, yeah, I agree, I'm black, and I think people here who aren't black can stand here and say, yes, Black Lives Matter. But I feel like Black Lives Matter is actually pimping the black struggle in many ways. They're using the struggle to gain this kind of fame around this word Black Lives Matter, and they're receiving money and they're receiving all the exposure possible, when there's so many small businesses out there, there's so many communities that don't have community centers, there's so many youths being shot down the street because they have nowhere to go. So a lot of them are on the street just trying to make it happen in some way, so they're not creating opportunities for the youth. What are they actually doing to create a better life and a better environment for people, to push people towards their purpose and you know, to create this niche for black people's needs. So I think overall, yeah, black lives do matter, but the organization itself, I don't personally have not seen significantly what they've done to change any black lives or to change any communities where black people are.
Do I speak in this? Oh.